Do this. Let's do this. Okay. I think I'm gonna.
Yeah, I can see it.
We touching knees. We rubbing knees.
Yeah, we are. Oh, it's so.
Okay.
All right.
All right. All right. I'm sorry.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, so this is Everything Goes in Real Life podcast, our first live show with DeLarrah. Applause, everybody. Let me see some hearts. Chat, put it in.
Chat. Chat.
All right, yeah. Oh, okay. But yeah, chat, put it in the chat. So yes. Some people may have listened to some of my episodes and kind of know how they go. So we're gonna run through the outline of the show. So we're gonna talk about our intros, of course. We're gonna talk about how we know each other. We got some tales from the internet for y'all. We're gonna talk about a topic that I think everybody can relate to about navigating friendships. We're gonna play a game. DeLarrah's gonna get a little deep on some things that she wants to get off her chest. And then yes, just then we'll see if we have any questions from y'all. So I guess we'll see how long that takes. There's no end time. We'll see what happens. So yeah. So again, I'm Zandalyn. This is Everything Goes in Real Life. DeLarrah, welcome. How are you?
Y'all. Nola. Okay, sorry. I'm DeLarrah.
Thank you.
I've been harassing y'all to come on this live, so thank you for joining. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
But y'all, Nola owes me nothing.
It looked like you had a lot of fun.
I had a blast. Like, I think for this trip, what I really enjoyed was like I got to get like the local vibes experience. Like, we kind of stayed off Bourbon Street and like really got to dive into some culture and like really just connect with people that are just local. And for me, I just feel like that was more of like a genuine experience. So I had such a blast.
That makes sense. I'm like that when I travel to like a local spot. What was your favorite spot?
Ooh, Miss Loretta's. If you know, you know. Miss Loretta, shouts to you.
Ready for the
So
more.
One thing on Miss Loretta's, and just to give a little bit of context, and which is why I love Louisiana because it just has so much like culture. Miss Loretta's was a black woman in the 70s, right? Like, so imagine being a black woman in the 70s trying to open up your own shop, right? So there she was able to start making desserts for people. And it was funny. Me and my brother, we went to get some beignets, and it just happened to be an event. So like Shea Moisture was there. They were giving out full size products. Okay. And so like, and then the owner got to speak, which is her son. So now this business has gotten passed down second generation. And it was just so impactful to hear how he's like taking his mom's legacy and, like keeping it going. And that was one thing he said he promised his mom before he passed away, that he would keep the business going and have some kind of generational wealth for his kids and be able to pass it down. So I don't know. I just love Loretta's. I had a crab beignet. Crab beignet. It was so good. I mean, it's not like Maryland's crab, Some people say, I'm like, because they use the claw. I'm like, hold up. They use the claw meat. But it was good. Like, I mean, I tell you all the time, like Louisiana, the food, the culture, like it's just I think it will be an annual trip for me. Okay. I know that's right. Yeah. I've only been once, so I'd love to go back. So put me on the next itinerary. Because let me tell you something. Okay. Y'all might want to get y'all pen over account because I'm going to be just dropping gems, okay? When you're traveling, and let's say you're like having like an Airbnb, like talk to your host. If your host lives like on site, like talk with them because like get to know them, connect with them. I was able to connect with my Airbnb host who was a teacher of 30 years, as y'all know or y'all don't know. You're in education. I'm in education. I'm a school counselor by trade. So give it up for the educators. Give it up for the educators. Thank you, guys. I hope y'all enjoying y'all summer. I hope y'all having a hot girl summer. I hope all my educators are having a hot girl summer. Period. Whatever you want to be shaking, wherever you want to be shaking it. Period. So yeah. So Miss Virginia was her name, and we were just having like very rich conversation. Like we times went by, like she was so funny. She was like, oh, like I'll show you this other unit or whatever, and then I gotta go to a pool party. But when I tell you we were talking, and she was just, I always like to ask her this perspective of like, what was your life like before Hurricane Katrina and after Hurricane Katrina? Right. So she was just telling me like the city has just never been the same, right? And so like we were just like really able to get into conversation, like I mean, sad, but you know, a lot of Black people like were dispersed. They lost their homes, they lost family members, like really had to pick up the pieces of their life, and like a lot of them just had to move and kind of just yeah, and just kind of be wherever, like and just like drop everything, right? So again, she kind of tells the accounts of like having when she came back to New Orleans. Again, she said, I'm fortunate that I was even able to leave. Right. Some people didn't have that luxury, you know? So she was saying, like, you know, like her travels was just so far. I think she said, like, she was going maybe like an hour up the road, and it took her like 14 hours to get out the city. Like, that is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
Just to get out of the city, you haven't gone outside of your city for 14 hours. And that's
a trip to Florida. I mean, like, from here, like, a trip, like, that's like, yes. What? Mm-hmm. That's like going to DC. That's like trying to go to DC, and it's taking 14 hours.
14 hours.
So it just was like, so yeah, it was just like she was telling like accounts of her children like coming back to the classroom after Hurricane Katrina and like how impactful it was. And I was kind of telling her about the documentary called Katrina Babies, which came out in 2022, which kind of talks about the accounts of kids, you know, and their experience, yeah, and how they're affected still. And like most of them are adults now, but I mean, I was telling her about. She's like, I never heard of this documentary, like, and she was like, of course I'm gonna have to be in the right frame of mind to watch it.
Is it streaming?
HBO Max. You have HBO Max.
I do.
Babies.
I do.
I think again, I think it will make you appreciate just like Louisiana, New Orleans, the culture. It was just a very impactful documentary. So I shared it with her, and she was really happy. But my tip is to get to know the host, right? Yes. Because again, like you don't know people, you don't know people's stories, you don't know how you know you can impact someone's lives and how they might can touch you in a way. Like I said, that was like a sweet spot for me being able to connect with a fellow educator, kind of just get some insight on that. So.
That's good. No. And I'm also like a big supporter of bridging the gap between generations. So I love talking to our elders. A lot of them should be writing books.
Yes.
A lot of them should be writing books, and we should be reading them. But yeah, so I guess let's I love that. I love that for you. You feel rejuvenated after the trip?
Yeah, like, and then also too, like, I got to but you know what? When we get to friendships, but I got to reconnect with a homegirl as well. Kim, shout out to you on here on this live. So shout out to you. But it was really great to like connect with you. Like I said, I told Kim like that was my big sis when I got to Dove State. I was gonna say, yeah, so we did DSU together. Yeah, so we went to Gilbert High School, went to Dove State. So to kind of like, and I told her like this, I'm really big now. I'm really giving people their flowers. Like, and I told her, I said, you took such good care of me. Like you weren't like a mean girl about it. Like you just wrapped me and like, come on, I got you. Like, so any ride to a party, Walmart trip, like getting your ass up, you need to get to practice. Like she made sure like, you know, a beat face, like she made sure I didn't, you know, like she really like kind of like pushed me into I don't want to say like because again I feel like I have somewhat of maybe like a tomboy type of aesthetic to me and I've always kind of had that but she also like was able to kind of like here's some like you know your little makeup oh like, man she not like so I really appreciate that exposure and just like and even now so I was just telling her like this was like really like a great trip to just like reconnect and refresh reconnect.
I love reconnection. Yeah. That's good. Okay. So we also know each other. Yeah. From high school. Yes, we do. We know each other from high school. And yeah, we just I don't know, I guess just life was life and we drifted apart a little bit. We reconnected at your 30th birthday. Yeah. Which was amazing. Your party was amazing. You know, it was a banger. You know. It was a banger. If you weren't there, sorry. You missed out. Sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And yeah, like since then we've just been chit chatting, you know, about certain things, and yeah, like I just appreciate, I guess us kind of like finding our own kind of way to talk. Yeah. Because I'm also kind of a person who's like I'm not an everyday speaker or like you know like I'm just kind of like a floater a little bit. Mm. So you know I appreciate that you know you opened your arms to me. So I do want to say that.
No, because I just feel like to like that point of like I'm a mom and you know a lot of my friends don't have kids, right? So I think we were able to kind of connect that way of like being moms and like just again like just being adults and like just kind of like whatever happened in the past, and like let's just move forward and like just being in different seasons and different spaces in our past, we're just able to realign. So I think that's another like big thing is like just be open and be vulnerable to things and situations. I'm not saying don't let nobody take advantage of you or like playing your face, but be open to like reconnecting, right? Like you never know what could like a rebirth, like you never know what could kind of come out of that. Or
did we have something?
What you mean?
Like, was there a reason why we weren't speaking?
I don't know. I think we just.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I remember correctly. That
Are we getting real?
Like, no, for real. I'm so serious.
No, I don't think it was necessarily like something big happened. I think we kind of just like stopped talking. Okay. Like I think we just. I don't know. I feel like our big friend, we were a big friend group. Like we can talk about that. We were a big friend group. Yeah. And I think everybody just kind of just
broke off in branches.
Yes, everybody started kind of having different seasons and things, and like things just kind of fell off. And again, if no one's really intentional on both sides, like you said, to reconnect or hang out, make sure to speak, then it's kind of that. So again, it wasn't from my recollection. It was anything that behavior happened.
Not from mine either. So no, because I just want to make sure I remember that correctly.
No. Okay. Because again, anytime we saw each other, we're always
just in case the people want to know.
Because everything
is real. Mm-hmm. Everything goes in real life. Yeah, but good. Okay, so I'm glad we both remember that the same way then.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, nice. I'm glad. Okay, yeah. So we'll get back to friends.
Yeah, we just drifted.
No, because we can't be. I guess you know me. I'm not like completely. We were just talking about type A and type B. Mm-hmm. I'm not completely type A. So
yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I do see that one, but like we're talking about something that's in the house, and we don't necessarily have to go in order. You know what I mean? And that's something I'm working on.
Yeah.
It's in my personal development plan to go with the flow more often.
Yes, let's talk about friendship.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so I just feel like with friendships, I feel like adult friendships, they're just like you have to be really intentional about that. And I really say like me and my best friend Tracy, she is actually this is her lovely space. Thank you.
Moderating, yes.
I think she's moderating, so she'll punch you if you say something. But anyway, so Tracy is one that she doesn't need to talk every day. She doesn't need to talk every day. She could maybe check in once a month. And it would be okay. She would laugh, and that's what she could like check in like once a month. I am I need to talk to you probably like at least I think I'm middle I don't know. I like every day, but that's very pushy. That's very pushy. So me and her, I think like a once a week kind of thing. We kind of have just like done like a phone call like once a week at least, and sometimes more. Like I said, depending on like if I have something to tell her, she has something to tell me. But we had to like have a like real conversation about it. Like, okay, in this season, what does this look like? What does it look like? How can I meet your needs and how can you meet my needs? Right. So we really like sat on this set here couch. We sat on this couch and talked for like 2 hours. And just really got to the root of stuff and really had real intentional conversation. And I feel like a lot of people don't want to have the real conversation.
Or they just don't. Because I can't tell you, I don't think I've had a conversation like that before, ever, with anyone I would put in the friend category.
Yeah.
No, I just kind of show up how I show up. And that's just how I've always done it. And then, like say if I have a need that's not met, I just kind of just be like, oh, well, yeah. It's okay, whatever. And then, say, I don't know, it's like, I just try to brush things off, and I've tried to, but it doesn't always work. Let me just say that. Yeah. Because, doing that all the time can lead to resentment and things like that. So I should be talking about the things that bother me. And I think part of me is hesitant too, because I can come off kind of aggressive or angry. Yeah. And I don't necessarily want to rub anybody the wrong way. So, but that's been how it's been for me, at least. And I just been, it's in my family. I'm a road sweeper. Yeah. Just whatever. Let's move on. Yeah. Type of thing.
But it's a skill.
That's not.
But it's a skill. I won't say I got here overnight. It's a skill to be able to sit down and have a conversation where you're not yelling, you're not arguing, you're just really okay, you can talk, I can talk. And you know, I feel like also too like education, like what we do, like our little circles, like and like how we like we're kind of taught to learn how to communicate. Yeah, it's really a skill. So
more tools.
I think people just lack skills on how to communicate. But like I say, if you know, if you don't like something about yourself, or you are noticing a pattern, and you're choosing to like
not acknowledge,
yes, then you're the problem.
Yep.
And I feel like that be the problem. That's why a lot of people don't have friends because it's like y'all shying away from hard conversations, y'all being like bad friends, like you're not having like self reflection. Like I had to have self reflection in order to like repair my friendship. Well, not even repair, but like get through a little patch that we were kind of going through. And I can say that,
and that's normal. That's
yeah.
I think every relationship is gonna have a rough patch.
Yeah.
So it's like that's normal.
Yeah, but had I just been resentful, or had I been like, oh, I'm not talking to her, or he's like doing me wrong, then you know what I'm saying? It's like you know, I could have lost my best friend. And I mean, we was up here in tears, bitch, in fucking tears. Because, again, I don't know if y'all know, me and Tracy have known each other since kindergarten, right? So I hold that very sacred to me because there's not a lot of people on this earth that can say, like, y'all been best friends since kindergarten.
That's true.
Our families are intertwined. Like, you know, Tracy's like my sister. So, you know, I hold that to a very high regard. And so I feel like when you hold people to a high regard, you're going to make sure you do what you got to do to repair that. Whatever it is. It's not your thing.
No, I would say in that pre-K kindergarten era, like I have Morgan in that slot for me. So it's like we haven't had a conversation like that. Shout out to Morgan. You know, she's my girl. But like in that same aspect, yes, I hope that if she had something that she had issue with, she could come to me. Yeah. So, you know, that's not saying that we haven't had rough patches because we definitely have like because let me tell you, wedding planning, that was a test on our friendship. Yeah. A few other things too, but that's the number one, I guess, the most recent that has come to mind. So it's like that kind of stuff is like, it's like, whoa, like, no, we've really been through some shit. But like, even in that, like, you go to different colleges, you know, you still have different paths, and you still connect, and you still have that one-on-one connection. And I think that is important. Mm-hmm. And I do think I always tell people too, you gotta keep an eye out sometimes, because some people who don't have long-term friends, I kind of question that just a little bit. Not one. Yeah. Not one. Yes. Not one. You don't got not one. You don't got one day not one. You don't have one day one. If you don't got popped up. It just popped up. Okay, God. Yeah, but you'll have one day one. Like you'll have one homegirl, one homeboy with you. Nothing. No. Not like, a cousin. Not a play cousin. Yeah. Like nothing. It's you. It's you. Yes. It's true. Yeah. So yeah, I think also too, another thing I just want to extend is just like have grace for people. Like have grace, have grace, have grace, have grace. But also, one thing I really want to say is also hold people accountable. Like I think you can do that and you're able to check. Like I tell my friends all the time, check me. Mm-hmm. If I did something that offended you or something that you feel like I kind of did a misstep, check me, right? That's how I grow. So please check me, right? But I also feel like I want to have it. I want it to be a two-way street. Yes. I want to be able to hold you accountable. And again, like you said, it's all about tone and how you speak to people. Yeah. But again, my mom telling me that. I'm telling you, sometimes what you say is how you say it. But even sometimes I could say something just blunt, not rude, not loud, and it could still be like, oh, she's like yelling at me. Like, no, I said what I said. I said directly. You just didn't like what I said. You just didn't like what I said. So I feel like being accountable and having. I feel that. Mhm. I hope y'all have preaching to the choir. That's the phrase, right? I hope y'all have day one. Preaching to the choir. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so got you. Okay. Let's get to our Reddit stories. Yes, okay, let's do it. Yeah. Let's keep tales from the internet. We got some funny ones here. So we got two. Okay. All right. So first one is from the subreddit r/advice. This was posted 3 days ago. So this is fresh news. Fresh tea. Fresh tea. All right. The title: Should I tell a girl her vagina smells? I'll wait till you're done. Sorry.
Cool.
We aren't dating, but we hang out often enough and had casual sex once. I stopped mid-sex because I'm sensitive to odors and I could smell a bit of stink coming from her vagina as we were having sex. I figured it had just been a long day though and didn't say anything. It wasn't super bad, just kind of bad. She did ask why I stopped and I just said I was tired. Anyway, today she asked me if I was gay because I hadn't made a move on her again. In truth, in truth, wait, what? Adjust. Never mind. In truth, just like her more platonically. It should be I just. In truth, I just like her more platonically for a number of reasons. But I'm a guy and she's not ugly and sex is sex. So we were chilling last night. I decided to initiate again. I went to go down on her and I licked her clit, but I got a woof of the same smell as before coming from her vagina and it totally killed my mood. Now, it isn't the worst smelling vagina I've ever smelled. I had a girlfriend once that got BV and that was noxious. But it's definitely not smelling great either. Similar to BV smell, but maybe only half as bad as that. I'm not really interested in continuing the sexual aspect of our relationship regardless. So I'm wondering if it's worth saying anything at all. I was considering just telling her I think we should just stay friends and say nothing. We've only messed around these 2 times. So I think it's still early enough to stay friends without hard feelings.
That is a lot to unpack.
I think so too.
First, I want to start by saying this. I feel like men should just not comment on women's bodies, period. Period.
If you weren't gonna have sex with her again, you didn't have to say anything.
And like all that, like that's a lot of drama.
Yeah.
Like that's just too much drama. Like
You just don't like
you answered your own question. Yeah. Maybe it just wasn't the vagina for you.
Yeah, it just
Maybe it just wasn't the vagina for you. Okay?
Because
like
he didn't say what time of day it was.
But I
think he said he thought it. No, I'm just saying. He said I thought it was a long day, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, I can understand that because let's not. Vaginas have an odor, like they did. But my thing is that what does it matter if, especially if you're just smashing or you're just smashing that time, you're probably around her the same time of day, which means it was a long day again. Mm-hmm. So it's like you're commenting on something that is natural. You're going to smell throughout the day. You think you smell good at the end of the day? You see, I tell you,
some of y'all men,
you got to get, they're not getting it
under your balls. I don't. Some of y'all don't. Some of y'all don't.
Mine do,
but some of y'all don't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, but again, I think again, it's all about like you don't have to be rude to someone. I feel like since it was early enough, and you know, like, okay, I don't want to have sex with her no more. Like, just cut it.
don't
Like, you know, I feel like you don't even have to say anything. Like, and again, I feel like if it's somebody you're like kind of maybe like serious with or something, like, I think you can again maybe have a conversation in a way of like, hey,
are you okay? Maybe phrase it that way.
Yeah, like,
hey, are you okay? How you feeling?
Yeah,
but don't just hey, you stink.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, because I see what you're saying, like, you shouldn't comment on, but I agree with that, especially because they're not in a relationship together. If they were in a relationship, maybe that's like, oh, I noticed, something's different. Yeah. You might,
and I think that's okay to say.
That, yeah, I feel like, but again, I feel like it just comes back to you weren't planning on having sex with her anymore anyway, so it didn't matter. It wasn't your fight to fight.
I mean, like I said, like, you don't want nothing to do with her, so just leave.
It doesn't.
What y'all think? Y'all think he should say something to her or no?
Yeah.
Like, y'all think he should?
I don't understand. Like,
or y'all think
you weren't gonna be around that vagina at all anymore.
Tracy, what are they saying?
Let's see.
Thomas said, "Hey, you stink" is wild.
He said, "No, man, it's down there. We love that caliber." We love Tracy. That is so funny. Yes, I got a hot order. Y'all funny. Okay, so yeah, like, would y'all say something to her or what?
Yeah. Cause what is it?
Y'all, y'all not typing. Y'all not typing.
Y'all not typing. Get the thumbs moving.
Y'all be typing with y'all man. Y'all send that paragraph. Ooh, ooh.
Who said that?
Y'all be typing that. Y'all typing that paragraph. Shit.
Okay. Well, the top comment is yawns. Such a boring day. Why don't we try going to the gynecologist? Must be fun. I'm like, Reddit is stupid. People just be like, how was that the top comment?
You know what? All right, let's move on. I'm off vaginas.
Yeah. Clean them though. Hey.
All right, so we got one more.
Yes.
Tales from the internet.
This is from the subreddit r/AITAH. Am I the asshole? The title: Am I the asshole for kicking my roommate out after catching her having a foursome with three guys in my living room?
Hold on. 3 men and her.
Yeah, that's the title.
3 penises and her.
Yes.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. I am 25 female, and now former roommate is 22 female. Oh. Okay, hold on, sorry. All right, let me get back to it. She lived with me for 6 months. I knew she had a boyfriend, but what I didn't realize was she was swinging with other men. Her relationship life is none of my business or concern, but what happened brings me utter disgust. What? Chime in.
What if the viewer said, "Damn, Thomas Detroit"? No way, Jose. Go follow my cameraman, No Way Productions. Funny guy, stand-up guy. Go follow him. Thank you for watching. You're funny as fuck.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Utter disgust, right?
Yeah.
A few nights ago, I came home from work like usual. I walked into the house and I hear noises coming from the living room, moaning and slapping to be exact.
Jesus Christ.
I rush into the living room and there's my roommate, her boyfriend, and 2 other men doing it. I tell my roommate that I will call the police if she doesn't stop right that second. 3 of the men got dressed and left. I told her to go with her boyfriend because I don't want to see her in the house I pay for. She doesn't even pay rent.
So why she here?
I just let her stay for free. I found body fluids on my couch and an empty wrapper after this. So I guess a man wrapper is a condom.
Correct.
The next day, I sent her a text saying she has to pack her bags and go in a week. And if she doesn't comply, she had the cops deal with it. Now she keeps telling me I went too far with this, but I personally think the punishment fits. It was disgusting what she did, and maybe could have had a heads up beforehand. A week is too long, but you get your shit out today. Goodbye.
Okay, hold on, because I always like both sides. Both sides of the coin. This is what I think. Of course, it was crazy. That's crazy.
On someone else's couch.
Also, like, that's crazy. I feel like if I had like a roommate situation, I'm always gonna respect the shared space. What I do in my room is what I do in my room, right? Mm-hmm. But the shared space, I feel like I would, be respectful of it. So again, it's kind of like, what did y'all talk about? What was y'all boundaries? Like, what, like, honestly, right? But you're not gonna have a conversation like, hey, like, don't have no crystals in here. Like, I understand it probably wasn't like that, like, concrete, but like, I'm questioning what kind of conversations they had around boundaries in the space. And then, 2, sis, why are you going to busting it open for 3 guys?
3. That's each hole. It is.
Thomas says, for the record, police can't do nothing about that.
Explain yourself. But
yeah. You know what I think? Because she said she got home like normal, right? I mean, she's walking in her normal time. That's what I got for that.
okay.
Normal time. She thought she was going to join in. That's what she thought. She was expecting her friend to come home and be like, damn, no, I'm hopping in. That's what I think. She wasn't expecting to be like, no, get the fuck out. Like,
you know what? That's just, I mean, because again, it's like, you don't
why would you do that? Into a place you're not paying for. Well, I mean, some people are
Thomas says, were you upset you weren't invited? Party pooper.
Oh, I'm like, and I did not like what I just feel like ew. Like I would never want that much exchange of body fluids with people.
I agree.
Ew.
And my thing is, but her friend thought she was gonna hop in. I think that's why she did it.
You know what? I understand.
Because if she did have a room, why not do it in the room?
Right. See, again, I feel like we need context. Like I need to talk to Shorty and ask her like
we need. There's no updates.
Yeah. So I mean. At the end of the day, she ain't paying no rent. Bye.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
a week is too long. Tell her to get her shit.
I probably would have gave her, like, I'm not an asshole.
You got 48 hours.
I might would have did, like, something like, maybe like that. Like, 40 hours, maybe 72, depending.
72. I'll give
Yeah, 72 is cool. 72 is cool. I probably would give her, like, 72 hours to, like, get her shit, like, figure it out. After 72, you gotta go.
Okay.
Because by then you can get to the courthouse. Like, I would definitely put things in play to get her out, just in case she try to play like she don't want to get out. But 72 for you to leave on your own free will before I gotta go. Do that.
Yeah. Consensus? Chat?
Yeah, she wicked. Period. Let's leave it at wicked.
The top comment, not the asshole, and may I also suggest burning that couch.
Get a new one.
Yep.
That's not it. Get a new one.
Tell her she can take it with her.
Yep.
Boom. Free moving.
Yep.
And just order one straight.
Hey, yo, you sit on this sec. I'm giving you a free couch.
Yeah, free couch.
You got
wherever you put it, that ain't got nothing to do
You gotta
with it.
get the fuck up out of here.
You ain't gotta go home.
But you got to get the fuck out of here. Okay.
Goodbye. Right.
That was it.
Yeah, those are the only two. Those are the only two we got for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's get into, I guess, fucking in 3, 4, 5 people on your friend's couch is definitely a red flag.
Yes. Yes, let's play a game. Y'all, we're gonna play a game, y'all. So
we're gonna play the red flag game, right? I got a few grays. Now I got this list from Chat GPT, y'all. So let's see what Chat GPT got going on. I did not proof the list. I did not proof the list. So we're gonna see what it is.
How you miss the first half, girl?
Who missed the first half?
Girl, no. Kim, so basically what happened was, long story short.
Talked about you!
Cause no, I think you're talking about I did talk about you. I was talking about I love you. But what happened was, and I know you've had roommate horror stories, but it was a roommate situation. Imagine you coming through the door, you see your roommate getting fucked by three dicks. 3 dicks, one in every hole. And yeah, so Shorty said she had to go today. That's what happened. Yeah. She said she wicked, we done, burn the couch. Yeah. You had it. Got to go. Boo.
And that's a red flag. Boo. And we about to do this game.
All right, so tell the people how we gonna play.
All right. So I'm gonna read from the Chat GPT list. And we're going to talk about whether we think it's a red flag, a green flag, or what do we call a medium flag? Pink? Is that what they do nowadays? Do they call them pink flags?
Yellow?
Yellow
White. Oh, beige is like not a big deal, right?
Okay. Well, we'll see. Let's go. Again, I did not proof the list. So this list is from ChatGPT.
So we're doing red, green, yellow.
Okay. Perfect. Love that. 3 options. Red, green, yellow. All right. So, first one is has never been in a serious relationship.
Oh, that's a fucking red flag, bitch. What? That's kind of like you not having a day one. You're telling me you've never been able to commit yourself to someone? Red flag.
Okay, caveat to that. Say if someone's like very focused on their goals, right? And they don't date. Not saying that they haven't been on dates, but like they're like, I'm married to the game right now. Like for real, and it's honest and true.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know. I think it's a red flag. Like I think even like so we're talking about like
school like a long time.
But you're talking like not
med
no
school,
high
law
school sweetheart,
school, stuff like
no
that.
high school sweetheart, nobody in college you was mingling with. Like there's not one person on this earth like from when the time you started having your hormones kick off
that you didn't connect with.
Yeah, you didn't connect with somebody on deeper level. You're
level.
a narcissist. I feel like if you have not. You have to be a full-blown narcissist if you have not had a serious relationship. Okay. Like, what human being that has, like, because we all, as human beings, we want a relationship. We want to connect. That's true. That is innate in our DNA. So we want relationships. That's true. So if you had a serious relationship, you're a narcissist. Oh. I said what I said. Period. That's what she said, what she said. So it's a red, correct? Red? I would say, I would put it in yellow. I would put it in yellow. Okay. I see your perspective. I will put it in yellow because I do think there are people who can be that ambitious. Yeah, no, and then it's like okay, I finally feel like I'm in a spot where I can and I do want to share this with somebody. Yeah. And now I need to find someone to share it with. Yeah.
Morgan says she feels attacked.
Well,
Morgan says she feels attacked.
She said, I don't think it's a red flag. Look, your homegirl said it was yellow. Yellow. I ain't said red. Sorry. And you know, yellow's my favorite color. Sorry, girl. Sorry, girl. But you're ambitious. See, you're the ambitious person you're talking about. And it's honest. So, again, I see on my account, and she, you know. Since pre-K, since I knew this girl, she was like, I'm a clinical child psychologist. I'm going to be a doctor. Yeah. And it just is what it is. Yeah, and I understand that. I understand that. So I will put that in the yellow category for me. Next one. Let's go. Okay. Does it have social media? Yellow. I agree. I would just want to question it more. Like, why? Did something bad happen? Yeah, yellow. Yeah. Right. I agree. So that was easy. Does it have social media? Yes. Okay. Posts everything on social media. Red fucking flag. 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 This is some shit I'm not going to soap opera for a little second. Let me sip my cup of water first. What I tell y'all. I feel like those who overshare on the internet, y'all need to go see a therapist. Y'all need to get into some kind of counseling because like crying on camera is crazy. And you know what? Cheryl tell you. Okay, not crying on camera. Crying with friends. And sharing it. No. Sharing it after the fact. Like in the moment. Yeah. I get boop. Yeah. Okay, cool. But no, like say like you record it and you're like, I'm gonna post this. Because you were just crying. Yeah. I get what you're saying. Like in the moment crying. So yeah, I cried in the moment of recording and telling some shit to y'all. But I feel like people who overshare, it's just like, you don't have nothing sacred to yourself. You don't have nothing that you're just keeping to you. Like, right. And what I love is that, people to this day be like, oh, you have a kid? Like, people's like, I didn't even know you were a mom until I just saw this post. Or I saw it. Yeah. And like, to me, I didn't put my pregnancy, I didn't put no like pregnancy announcements on the internet. I didn't post when he was born. Yeah. I popped out on Mother's Day. My kid was by that, like a week or two old. Something like that. I remember. Because again, and I felt like for me, so it was just like a very sacred journey for me. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted it to be as peaceful as possible while I was bringing my son into this world. Like, I didn't want any type of bad energy. I didn't want anybody to speak on nothing. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't want to even even now, like, I maybe pop him in close friends here and there, but I still even when he was born, I told you guard him. Yeah, I told my family, his father's family, I said, don't post him on social media. Like, don't put his face on social media. I don't want no milestones. Like, and again, I even created like a private Instagram for like, because I know like my friends and my close friends will want to like have updates and stuff. And like I was telling you, like sometimes adults it's hard to like kind of like send and get updates. Yeah. Nope, so that's why I made a private Instagram. And I think that was like a good medium for me because I was like, I felt like I was able to kind of share freely, but in a safe space. So for me, I feel like that is a red flag for people who just like overshare all the time. Like everything. Every day. No, I feel like I feel like why be subjected to so many people's opinions and then like be upset about it. Like, oh well, they said I'm this. Most people aren't even brush that kind of off energy. Like, you don't take that to heart, and it's like you're gonna sit there and take other people who are Twitter fingers, as we used to call them. Yeah. And
and you're gonna take that to heart for what in real life, there that's not real. And it's like I'm completely on you with that. Like I did my Mother's Day post, and then I ended up loving my maternity pics. So I was like, I'm gonna post them, but like to this day, my daughter's 9 months now. I haven't really made a post, I would say, about her other than us going to the library.
Yeah.
And it's like for me is like in me, and Thomas talked about this too. Is like we're not going to be plastering her everywhere either. We're not doing it.
Yep.
So I completely agree because one thing
people are weird.
Like,
people are weird.
Like somebody will take her face and she'll be on a jumbotron in Tokyo.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, like, I'm just very protective of my kid. And he's a cute little kid. Like I said, when he gets older and he kind of makes his own decision, or he decides he wants to kind of put himself on social media, then I will feel more comfortable putting him on social media.
That makes sense.
But I feel like it'll be something that we have to
nice, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's
doing that a ton.
Yeah,
I like that.
So I feel like that's something that I want to like have conversations with him about. But again,
and a lot of safety.
Yes,
because
a lot of people don't know my kid, and that's very intentional. That's very on purpose. And my kid's very cute, so don't do it. Very smart, very cute.
If you don't know,
probably could really outtalk your 5-year-old for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, smart little boy. Ooh. But yeah, I don't
raised by an amazing mother.
Thank you.
I try. You do.
Yes. You know, like being a mother has been probably one of my like greatest challenges, but also like very rewarding and very like I'm very blessed. Like I was telling Tracy this other day, I said, you know what? I prayed for August. You know, like I prayed for him. He was here. He is living proof that God is who He says He is, and He will fulfill his you know his promises to you. You know, so I told him like he is literally like my reminder and my walking testimony of like I literally like remember like it was Pray 21. So Union Church is where I was going at the time, and they were doing a 21-day fast, and so you know I was very intentional about it, and I like really like prayed for him and like really like okay, you know, give his baby, like, and when I tell you like just looking at him and like watching him grow, I'm like, yo, this like that's God, like I see it every day. So that's what I'm saying. Like being a mother has been so like a blessing, and you know, but it's been hard. Like it's really been hard. It's been challenging because I've been so used to like getting up and going, doing what I want to do, taking that when I want to take a nap. But to have to consider someone else's feelings and needs and wants and desires and making sure I'm cultivating that on a day-to-day basis.
And you have to mold that person.
And not like taint him in a way, right? Like, because I feel like we say all the time, our parents did what the best we could do, right? Like, we are what we are.
And that's something that scares me, right? It's like I always tell people, you know, before I had a kid, I'm like, you know, I take it so serious because it makes me nervous because you know you don't get to pick what your kid's trauma is. Like you know what's a regular day for you might sear into their mind and be like, oh nah, that shit was fucked up. Yeah. And now it's like embedded in them, and it's affected them, and you don't know that. You don't get to pick that. Yeah. And that's something like. Like
try to be mindful. It's hard.
Yes, it's the hardest thing, and it's like I have to try my best not to hurt this person I love so much, and
also like protect.
Yes, also protect them and teach them about the outside world and how terrible that can be.
Which I'm gonna say this. What I'm gonna say is because we're still talking about red flags, but what I'm gonna say this is. Be careful with who you procreate with.
Oh yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say. And you know, we're gonna maybe put a pin in the mother's conversation. But be careful who you procreate with because again, raising a child ain't for the weak, faint at heart, none of that. Okay. Yeah. And you have to talk and communicate with this person whether you like it or not. Like I know everything's like situational and things are different, but like that person for people who have decided to have a kid together and whether it's dismantled or whatever, like you're still
no matter what it is,
you're still having to deal with that person. Yep. And again, my parents still have to talk now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 30 years old. Yeah. And they're still having that conversation. They still talk about, you know, me and my siblings. So it's like, parent is for life for me, I feel like. I don't feel like it's like, oh, once they turn 18, no. I'm like, I'm still calling on for stuff. Like, so it's like. Me too. You know, so that's just it. But yeah, girl, what's that?
I thought Glenn.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, girl, shout out to you.
Yeah.
You know, Deb, shout out to her. She retired.
Happy retirement. Yes. Happy retirement.
My mom retired.
I'm waiting on my mom to retire.
After 23
take care of my
years.
baby.
Yes, after 23 years. It's so funny because my son was outside this weekend too. Like, he was at my mom's on Thursday, and my mom just kept him the whole weekend. He was at cookouts, like dancing, like having a blast, like. And I'm happy with. It made me kind of happy to see that she picked us up from the airport this morning, me and my siblings. So it's nice to kind of see that she's really retired, like she really can just pull up and do what she need to do. So, and I think she kind of enjoying it too. And I think that's why my son had an extended stay, because I think she really was just enjoying having him and being like, oh, I gotta go to work. Like this one, because I feel like her working with kids and having to deal with our kids, it could be a lot. I work in education, so.
But now she can just have fun. Like,
Yeah.
as a grandkid, that's a completely
Yeah. So now she can just kind of like just really like, I feel like fully like get into that without having to worry about. So I said she was very like 110 like every day to those kids, So I feel like it's a hard balance. It was a hard balance.
I do have a question, but I know we saw on the red flags. But I have a question, and that we'll put a pin in. But I'll ask it so none of us forget.
Yeah.
Was just like, was she your inspiration for becoming an educator? So we won't talk about that right now. We'll get into that one. We'll continue to play the game because we will tangent. All right,
yeah, Tracy, put that in your mind.
so,
Tracy mind is going.
All right.
Tracy.
Okay, is obsessed with astrology.
Yellow.
Obsessed. The word obsessed makes it red for me.
Like, what you mean? Like
I feel like obsessed.
They move how they live their life based on their astral signs. Then
yes,
I think that'll be reflecting me.
Yes, that's what that would.
Because I believe in the man upstairs.
Me too.
So I think that could collide. So yeah, obsessed. Yeah. I mean, if you like kind of like for fun, what's your sign?
That's exactly. I do it for fun. I'm a Capricorn.
Taurus. For those who didn't know.
Her sign.
Crazy with you.
Leo.
Don't leave shit.
Oh, no, we were just talking about this shit. Earth signs are really problematic.
Oh,
No, I don't get into that.
but I don't know. What year? What is
Leo?
Leo. They water, fire.
Fire. Yeah.
Fire. Mm-hmm. Okay. I don't know.
Now, do you think?
I don't know.
Now I'm gonna talk about. Not that I want to get into the zodiacs, but do you think that zodiac compatibility is a thing?
My honest opinion is that I do think that there can be similarities between people who are born at the same time of the year, but ultimately, what makes you as a person is your experiences and the steps you go through in life.
Yeah.
Like I play with the Capricorn persona for fun. I think it's fun. I think it's funny.
Yeah, I think it's
but
fun.
Other than that, I'm not
You're not too deep into.
I'm not. Yeah, no. Like I said, I couldn't even tell. I don't even know the other ones for real.
It's like I like astrology a little bit, but I'm not like it runs on life. Yeah, but I do like
this kind of resonating right now. Like that.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it kind of, I do feel like I feel like I do embody some characteristics of a Taurus, but I'm a cusper. You know what's funny? I'm a cusper. And I feel like
teeter.
Yeah, I feel like I do have some Aries trait, like that fiery type of energy, like kind of like I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you, like energy. Like I feel like I have some of those traits. I feel like I really am, like really like I am a Taurus, but like I feel like some Aries traits from child.
They be creeping in.
Yeah, like so I don't know anybody else is a cusper. I feel like it's a real thing. Like if you're really like on the cusp, like do you feel like you embody like
yeah? Like, let us know that. If you're a cusper in the zodiac space, do you teeter?
It's not many of us, but I am a cusper.
I am. I'm the first day of Leo. So
what do you think?
So sometimes Cancer, I feel like I can a bit more. Yeah.
Okay. Also, yeah, Tracy, she is a cusper.
We got a
Cancer Leo cusper.
We got a positive.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one is doesn't want kids. I say green because that's not for everybody. Yeah. And I don't think that not having children is like. Yeah. I agree. You know what I mean?
Because again, I would rather you say you don't want kids and then kid is working shitty.
Exactly. So I would say green because that to me that means like okay, you really
thought about it. Yeah, thought about it.
Yeah, like you. Yeah. Yes, thought about it. Okay. Brings their pet everywhere.
Right flag. We the damn dragon at home.
Yeah.
We the damn dragon.
Yes.
We the damn dragon at home.
Why is the puppy in the cart at the
Why the damn dragon right there?
Why the puppy in the cart in the grocery store? Why the puppy inside the
rest of their house not clean? You take your pet everywhere? I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead.
I'll play with you everywhere.
I can't.
Isn't that the PayPal commercial?
Is it, girl? Is it? Oh, prison. Oh,
It is.
Nah. When he came up, I was like, nah, that might be nice. Sorry.
yeah.
No tangent.
Bring it back.
Okay. Hate celebrating birthdays.
Red flag for me. I love to celebrate my own fucking birthday. That's the day I was fucking born, came in this world, bitch. You gonna celebrate me?
Yeah.
What?
I think it's red too. Why?
Cause why you so anti? Like,
yeah. Why?
You got some. You again. Why? Go therapy. Go therapy.
Why?
You don't like celebrating birthday? Go therapy. Cause that's just unless it's like maybe like a religious
okay,
thing.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Then again, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, if it's something that's culture, religious, I don't really,
do that.
Now you tell me in a different way. Yes. We're not talking about that.
Also, in that same breath, that also means we're not supposed to be together. Boop.
Yeah. So exactly, right? So it's a red flag for moi.
Yes.
It can be a green flag for some. It's a red flag for moi. So what's next?
We kind of just touched on this one, but treats their pet like a child.
Well, I think it's a green flag for me because I feel like if it's not in a obsessive way, if a man can take care of a pet and keep a pet alive, because a pet is a lot of responsibility.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So I feel like if that's like he's a single man,
in the aspect
of responsibility,
as well taken care of.
Yes.
So my mind immediately went to like literally infantilizing the pet. Like that, like how people be like that's
what I'm talking that way. That would be weird if you're like that's I'm like if you're taking care of the pet and like you take it to the groomer, it's got baby doggy daycare. Like I think that'll be kind of like a green flag for me. Like you know how to take care. You want to treat your pet like
I can see that
like your child because you don't have.
Yeah,
I can kind of see that.
I can see that. In that aspect, I would also say green.
Yeah.
Because then to me, that also means like you're taking care of other things around you too, not necessarily just your pet.
Right.
You're on top of it.
Yep.
You're on top of it.
That's a lot of work. So.
Okay. Follows 1,000+ influencers.
Red flag.
Yeah, I think that's weird.
The fuck?
Yeah, because what kind of influencers? Like,
are you following bitches? That's a red flag for me. Bitches. Not naked.
The big booty ones?
Let me tell you something.
They're everywhere. No shit.
Yo, I'm crying. I was just telling Tracy this the other day. I've been having such an empowerment with fucking unfollowing and removing people.
Oh yeah.
From my Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I just do it so quick. Like, if I see someone like or some shit, girl, like really, I'll fucking or like a recent development was muting people's stories. That was been a real fucking game changer. Bitch, I didn't know that was a thing till about maybe last week. I was today's years old when I found that out. So if you ain't know, all you gotta do people's stories. If you go to their story, like if they come up on things, just like hold it, you can hit me their story. You can see the stories and posts. Because again, it might not be like I want to unfollow them or some beat, but like what you're posting this season, like y'all bitches are really pissing me off with this Love Island shit. Yeah. Let me say that. Let me say that. I have not. I feel like I'm an OG Love Island watcher. Y'all are like ruining it for me. Like it's like damn, like I can't even like sit and watch and like y'all are like spoiling it. Like it's like you bitches are having watch parties and shit. I know probably they're gonna attack me. So I'm just like, what is actually like going on? Yeah. I don't know. I don't watch Love Island. I haven't seen it. Oh yeah, I mean I was on Tuesday. I was like, I think I'll watch it, but like, what's the stream on? Peacock. Peacock. Yeah. Okay. So like I've watched it in the past, and I've watched like complete seasons. Like I loved what's her name, Serena and Cordell. Is it Cordell? Odell Beckham's brother. And Serena, I love them together. Like they're cute. But then I was on Tracy. I was like, she was dogging them low key. Like in the beginning of the show, like she was dogging them. Like he not a top 8 da. Like that's what I'm saying. So like that's what I'm saying. Like it had to change that shit real quick. So, but then I didn't keep together. You know what I'm saying? But like she was dogging, like was not giving that man no place. I don't know. Maybe she saw the light or something, and then. Maybe. But I think I'll probably watch a lot of Love Island. I guess maybe went over. I don't know. You bitches, y'all gonna tell me who went in. So. it's like, what's the point?
I
My thing is, I don't like feeling forced. I have to watch it every single day,
yeah.
like whenever
Like
it
you
drops.
don't want to have to binge it.
I know I don't have to sit in on a Sunday at 6 o'clock to watch it because y'all gonna ruin it as soon as it come on.
Okay, I see.
You know what I'm saying? I can't watch it on a Monday. I can't watch it on a Tuesday. Like, so if I got to be in such like
to turn your phone off.
yeah, so it's like if I got to be such a like I have to watch. I watch it with y'all. I understand like y'all like go y'all like y'all got that, but for me I'm like y'all ruining it for me.
Oh, that's right. That's a red flag too. Always spoiling shit.
Be too hard.
I'll say that. I'll put that in the red flag category. Always spoiling shit. Okay. Travels with no plan at all. Yellow.
Yeah, I like a man with a plan.
Yes.
I like a man with
Sometimes
business.
spontaneity is.
But again, I feel like again with this past trip, it was a lot of like going with the flow, and that's how we were able to find Jen. So we didn't put ourselves on a strict type of timeline. Itinerary, yeah, like just like, all right, we don't go with the flow. Okay. But if you're always not planning shit, so I'm gonna keep that yellow.
Okay, I agree. I definitely agree. Sleeps with socks on.
Red fucking flag. You are a narcissist. Okay, let me stop on that word. But why are you sleeping? I have socks on right now. See that? I have socks on right now. I want to take them off. I got pretty feet. Period. But yeah,
y'all gotta pay for that. Y'all gotta pay for that. Y'all gotta pay for
white
that.
toes for the hoes.
Y'all gotta pay for that. Y'all gotta pay.
You know, white toes for the hoes. So yeah, like my whole thing is like that. I don't know. Like that's just like how do you even sleep? Like how do you sleep? I like to rub my little feet. Y'all can't see. I like to rub my feet together. Like I'm thinking like Birdman, like the Birdman. I'm like rubbing my feet together. Like that's what I like to do. I like to play footsies. Like, oh, this is very wrong. I like to play footsies in my name.
I know that.
I like to eat toes and all that shit. I'm into all that shit. Like, I like with my man, but like, listen, I bring like my man. Oh, I want to like interlock toe. Like, I like to play footsies, so I gotta be able to feel your feet.
No, yes, absolutely.
And if they're crossy,
we're not touching. We're not asleep.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm not the type like, of course, like you know, it gets hot. I would definitely probably go over in a second, but like to initially fall asleep, I like to be like
touching.
I like to be
yes. What did Marianne say?
I like to be like this, y'all. Like like I like to be
intertwined,
like clocked in. Like we here.
I know that's right.
So that's what like me, girl. We got no socks off.
I know that's right.
Got them socks out.
That's good. That's good. Okay, I don't like any of the rest of these.
Can I see?
Maybe. Oh wait, this one always has a strong opinion. I feel
like it depends on how you communicate it. So yellow.
I was gonna say I feel like I'm a strong because I put myself in that, but something I've been working on is like also not offering advice when it's not asked for.
Correct. Like you don't have.
Like I don't have to say. Yeah, I don't have to say everything. I think, and I can keep things to myself. Like you know, like that's something I'm definitely working on. And, so yeah, in that aspect, I'll put that in the yellow. Yeah. Yellow to green for me. Yellow to green.
Yeah. Okay. Well, how's people game?
Yes. Okay. Is a minimalist to the extreme. That was not bad.
Oh, what?
A minimalist to the extreme.
I think I'm kind of made fall yellow-ish going into red because I think it depends on how crazy you are. Are you like minimalist, like cheap? Like, you're like, I don't want to buy things or I don't want to have nice things. Or you just like, okay, like.
It's like, that's my style.
Yes. So I think for me, it would just kind of depend because I'm like, I like to have things, but I would appreciate someone kind of just like simplifies things or make things more simple. So I don't think it's necessarily a green flag, but I think it just kind of depends on like
which one. It says to the extreme, so I feel like the word extreme makes me think red.
Yeah, probably yes. Because I'm just I don't want to like penny pinch and I don't want to live my life penny pinching.
Exactly.
I want to live my life like it's cold.
Yeah.
Out to Jerry from Philly. Living my life like it's golden. Yeah, so I'm trying to do that. Can't do that being an extreme minimalist.
You can't. That's not your rich life.
Period.
Oh, absolutely. No, I think we hit all the good ones.
No Way Production said minimalists ain't cheap.
Oh,
so
okay.
They not cheap.
Yeah, I guess.
But what's an extreme minimalist then? Let us know. Give us insight.
No, it's a good one.
Okay, which one?
Doesn't use emojis ever.
Oh,
Like
that's
what
a
it's
red
saying.
flag.
Use fucking emojis with me.
That's a red flag. Not a kissy face. Not
Not
a kiki.
Tracy, what you saying? Don't use no emojis. Like just straight like good morning.
Crazy. No, you're crazy.
No, look. Good morning.
No sun.
No, you're crazy.
Good morning.
Not even when you
How
see
are
the
you?
you don't even use the sunglasses. The one with the
Yeah.
sunglasses.
How are you?
Yeah.
Right.
Question mark.
No laughy face.
Like a ha ha ha. Like
That's
a laughing emoji.
Yeah, do you just
Dinging
like
like his.
dry LOL is
LOL.
crazy.
No.
Especially all lowercase.
Ha ha. Like I feel like you don't use emojis and you're not fucking with me. Period.
Right. I agree with that.
I'm like, because again,
Where's the emotion?
Where is the?
Do you even care about me?
Right. Where is the energy?
Yeah,
So not emojis, and I know people are like, "Oh, that shout is wrong."
No, yeah, I'm an emoji.
I feel like if I'm giving that to you, I just want you to match my energy. Like if I'm gonna do that. I like to use emojis. I'm not. I don't feel like I'm excessive with emojis. Sometimes I can like not really want to like add emojis, but I feel like when it's purposeful and meaningful, that's when I add emojis. So yeah.
No,
I agree.
Is that the only one that you saw?
I don't know, girl. Let's see.
Listen,
on.
because that one is. You know what a green flag is? And I had told someone this the other day. A green flag is regardless if someone who is, and then this kind of goes back to the other thing we were talking about. I was talking about in the not serious relationship, but someone who's ambitious regardless of their situation.
Someone said, "You better send me a heart with my good morning."
He
I know that's right.
It check is like
that was my Jersey period.
Hey,
Shout out to state. Shout out to state.
we are the
Bear, take no miss. What we get, man, in a minute. Hey, yeah.
I know that's right.
You know what? You know who picked this? You know who picked this shit up for me? I told my mom. My mom picked this shit up for me. Shout
Shout out to Big Dad.
Deborah got this for me. Let me tell you about Deborah. Deborah gonna come on. She gonna like my mom. That's all I think about her. She'll shop anywhere. Like she shop at flea market. She shops at Burlington. She shop at Ross. She'll shop at Gates. But my time she found five shit like this. She said this is the only one. I said period. And I got on discount. I said, girl, she coming like you want this? Every
You know.
and like I said, it's a little. Like I said, it was only like one size. I said I could just wear like a little jersey type of shirt. Dress.
I just hope our kids feel like that about us one day.
That like we just like cool like that.
Like that's my mom. Like
Yeah, no. And you know what's so funny because on the trip, I had met this like mother daughter. They on like a mother daughter trip, and she had just turned her daughter. Her daughter had turned 30, but her mom was lit. Her mom was like 51, 52, and her mom was so lit. And I have shout out to Miss Anita. Yeah, like she's from Baltimore too, so it was just nice that she was from like the area. And I was like, girl, we gotta go out, but they were just such a vibe. And one thing about can I talk about Essence Festival a little bit?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, you go. Okay. Okay. Let me talk about Essence Festival for those who maybe like have never been or the question about going. So one thing I will say is that you will see a lot of famous people there.
Okay.
So people I saw like boom. So first I got off the airport, I saw Lance Gross. Lance Gross is like he works a lot with like Tyler Perry. He's a man of the Kevin Alpha Side, if it's incorporated. And he's just a fine chocolate man.
Yes, absolutely.
And then I saw Paul Wall. Y'all, Paul Wall is is a fine white man in person. I mean, y'all saw the video. He was singing to me. Yeah, go check it out.
That's right.
So like close friends. He was singing. So Paul Wall and then Manny Fresh. But I think it's just so cool.
Get up, boom.
Hey,
down Gucci.
Yeah, so Manny Fresh and then who else did I see? Oh, I saw Nick Cannon.
Oh my god.
My baby daddy. And so my whole girl was like, girl, why would you want to have a baby with him? He can't remember, he won't even remember your child's name. I said, them kids are well taken care of.
Yeah, they get money, I guess.
He got about 10 kids or whatever, but
I think he got 12.
I'll be 13. I'll be 13.
But he did say, can you name 12 states, though? That is kind of crazy. He said, can you name 12 states? No, because I don't care about the states. Exactly.
He said that. But yeah, no, so I saw Nick Cannon. And that was kind of cool. But and then who else? Oh, apparently, I don't know them. I just kind of got put onto them. But those salt pepper guys, they're on TikTok. They have like those beards, and they're like kind of old. They're like a thing, but they're good looking. They're like
Silver
all
fox.
like silver foxes.
Yeah, silver fox. Yeah.
Silver fox. You don't like that anymore? Oh, bye. I did go to Del State for a year. No way, Jose. Okay, so shout out to Steve. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I saw Nick Cannon, and there was something else I saw. Maybe that was it. No, maybe it was it. But one thing I will say, celebs are rude. They're rude as fuck. But this is my thing.
I want to talk to them all the time, 24/7.
This is how I
Can't go
feel.
outside.
This is what I say. I feel like if you're going to a place like Essence Festival, you need to prepare yourself to be in the mix. I'm not saying like overexhaust yourself, but I'm like Lance Gross, he like a girl literally went up to him, he just acted like he just didn't want to speak. Like, but I'm like, you're out here waiting like all of us. It's like the fuck, you don't got no team, you don't got nothing, you're not getting picked up no insurance, you got no security. You out here right next to me. Yeah. So what the fuck you can't speak? You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm like, that's where I struggle with. I'm like, you don't have to be rude. Like you could say like, hello, hey. Yeah. Something like
just be like, I'm not doing no pictures right now.
Yeah. Yeah. But he like so I just feel like a lot of like celebrities was kinda like again, maybe it's just me, but like Nick Cannon was more like, hey, da da da, like just like more open and welcoming. Paul Wall was cool, like they gave me a little bit of look or whatever, so he was cool. But yeah, it was just like really nice. I didn't actually go to the concert because one, I heard on Friday the concert started like 3 hours late.
Oh, okay.
And they said Lauryn Hill didn't get on until like 3:30 in the morning.
Oh my God, I would have been outside.
Yeah, so they said Lauryn Hill didn't get one until like 3:30 in the morning or something like that. So I was just like, okay. Yeah. So like we didn't go to the concert, and I was like, the concert because they make you pay for everything now. Like the super lounges used to be free. Like I just feel like
I've never been, so yeah. I don't know. I did. Well, I did on TikTok. I did see someone was like, Essence Fest isn't like as good as it used to be because it's not ran by the people who it's meant for. Exactly. So that's what I heard.
Like you gotta have money for real. Like I like you gotta. I mean, like I said, New Orleans. One thing I love about New Orleans is I feel like drinking out there, eating out there was like rather like cheap. Like I had a blast, but like Essence Fest, like who's paying for an $8 concert ticket in nosebleeds? Like. Well, that's just not for everybody, but I feel like Essence Festival. It was a blast. I feel like everybody should go at least once. Like I think there's something to experience. Like just being that culture. I met a lot of great people. My favorite part of the trip probably was that boat party. Okay. Like I'm not even joking. The boat party, like
love a boat party.
I mean,
drop some boats in the chat. Drop some boats.
Cause it was DJ. It was DJ Manny. Like it was DJ Manny DJing. And then it was this little day party that kind of shifted to like the bowling alley, which I think is just such a black thing to do. Like have a party in the bowling alley.
I mean, I love bowling.
And yeah, but you know what I'm saying? So
that's a awesome.
Yeah, and like out of all like this Alfredo they had on the boat was like the best thing ever. Like it was the best thing I was eating. I probably was drunk, but yeah, I mean it was like good vibes. It was on like electric slide, it was on line dancing, like it was just like when I tell you like it was some adult ass fun. Like that was adult fun. Like everybody that was 30 and over had to be. Had to be. I look young compared to people that everybody. Yeah, because it was like a very and I love that.
No, those are some of the best spots. They really just go in and have a good ass time.
Yeah, now no bullshit.
And people are actually dance. Like that's you know me. I like to cut a rug when I get out. Yeah. So it's like,
But you know what? Like, even with the girl, like, because when I was trying to go, like, I guess I was a little offbeat. But let me tell you, my brother, he was acting a fool. But she was like, okay, no. Like, she was like, okay, here we go. Like, it was like she was kind of like hyping me up, like being like a Girl Scout or whatever. Like, so, I mean, everybody down there, and like, I was kind of telling Tracy, like, our experience, like, I feel like the people are mean. I feel like this time around, people were actually very nice. Like, I don't know, maybe it was just this shift or something. But, I mean, from the start of our trip, like, where we met, the first local, like he really started our trip off. His name was Jack, a white man, really sweet. Like just kind of started the trip off for us really well. Gave us the good recommendations and like I said, I ate good. I was a big bag.
Nola definitely got the food. There's no denying that.
Like I just love Nola so much. I just told you I want to go every year.
Again, I already said it, but I'm gonna say it again. Have me on the next one.
I got you.
I'll be there.
Because like I feel like now. Cause I feel like now I kind of know like how to move and shake down there a little bit. Cause I was like,
yeah, let's go there.
Yeah, so
that's some place you would repeat. That makes sense.
Yeah, so I feel like more comfortable like navigating the space. So
I feel like that's what real traveling is about. Like you're not traveling just to go place to place to place to place. You're going to see like, okay, I would come back to this place to vacation, like to you know what I mean? Like, and
that's what my brother feels.
I feel like that's the most important thing about traveling.
Yeah, my brother feels like that about Chicago. Like he said he loves Chicago, like he loves. So I think you gotta find your place where you can like go vacation often. Sometimes that's like Florida for people, or Cali, or Vegas, or whatever. Like, but for me, like NOLA, I think is like my second home. Like I think like I just love NOLA so much. Like I hate how hot spot. I hate actually how hot it actually is. Like bitch, the fan was out 24 fucking 7. As soon as I came out, it was like I have to show y'all a picture in the close friends of how hot it was because I was like this whole time like my lashes are probably like not lashing right now because it was just like slack and like
they look good to me.
Thanks, girl. But shout out to 22 Lash Fire.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just like yo, like it's just like the sweat was just like crazy. Like, it was just like very humid. But when I got here, it felt like I'm like this is nothing. Yeah. Like, cause it's not as humid here, so kind of like felt a little chilly here, like when I got here today. So I was just
that southern humidity is
like different. And they say the locals say it takes 3 days to get used to it. That's what they say. I don't know if it's a wise folktale or whatever. They say it takes 3 days to get used to the humidity. But yeah, I just love the culture. I'm like, I think I love the way that people talk, and not to get on a soap opera, but also too like something that we don't have up here, like in the bathrooms of like clubs and lounges and stuff. They have like older women that are like from Haitian Creole, and they're like, that's the southern thing. They have things, but they have like things you can buy. They're like giving you soap, like giving paper towels they do for tips. And like I said, I have a picture. I'll show y'all. I called her mom. I'm like, what you doing here? Like, I was calling her mom or whatever because she reminded me so much of my grandmother. So it was just like I've never experienced something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I get a little one, and so it just was like crazy. And then the second one, like they're just so like appreciative and like grateful and like. So it kind of just made me think of like how fucked up America is. But let me tell y'all something. Something that really was concerning to me was when I was on Bourbon Street, there were these little kids playing on the drums. And I'm like, is this like child exploitation? Because I'm like, they're working for tips. Like their mom will be sitting on the side and they're just banging that drum as hot. Like, I'm like, wonder how long their parents are making them stay out there and doing that. I would say yes, it's exploitation if their parents are. Well, I guess we can assume that their parents are making them. But what if they're like, yeah, like I really want to be out here? They look miserable. Oh, they did? Yeah. Call the people! They look miserable, but it's just like one thing I will say, it is a lot of like homeless people, like on Bourbon Street and like throughout the city. Like there was a lot of people just like out there on the street, like trying to get money, like doing like my favorite was this little band that I ran into. But it's just like people are out there like, trying to make money, so they're on these streets doing their ones and their twos. They're trying to get their the tips or whatever, but. I mean, like I said, it just was like I was like, these are like babies, like 4 or 5 years old. They're not really understanding. Like if mom's saying outside right now. Yeah, if mommy's saying bang this damn pot or bucket, we're gonna bang this bucket. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think make it sound good. Yeah, so I don't think they're really at an age where they can kind of really be like make a decision. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't yeah, so to get that context, I'm like, damn, like that was kinda like shitty. Calling people. Yeah, there's some how like the people was calling how labor. Yeah, people was calling the people on that lady that Miss Shirley's mom. That little baby girl. And she was doing like those appearances in the clubs and like grown ass men were like picking her up and doing that. Like, what the I would have called the people too. Exactly. Yeah. There's absolutely no way. Wow. Some people do anything for money. All money ain't good money. Facts. All money ain't good money. All right, so we've been chit-chatting. Yeah. Thank you so much. Just getting to the heavy stuff. Let's rip the band-aid off, get into the heavy stuff so that way we can. I don't know about y'all. I have work tomorrow. Like people always assume like, oh, like you're a school counselor, you're off. I'm like, no, I work 12 months. I work. Thankfully, I have on Fridays, but I had to like go home, get my right because I've been off work for like a week. Yeah. So. You had your rest, your vacation. But I feel I feel rejuvenated. I feel ready to go back. So that's good. I think I really did. I was telling Tracy, like I paced myself this weekend. Like I didn't overdo it. Yeah. I paced myself. I kept it. Tequila and Club. Yeah. Tequila and Club will never let you down. Mm-hmm. You hydrating and getting drunk at the same time. Yeah. Tequila and Club. Okay, that's nice. I'll keep that in mind. Mm-hmm. Tequila and Club. Or like a seltzer. Like I was doing a lot of seltzers. Like I would do maybe like a shot of tequila and I was chasing it or drinking with seltzers. So that also too made me kind of feel. Yeah, so I just was. I stayed away from like the mixed drinks. But I did that the first night and I felt too.
No, yeah, the mixed drinks, the sugar in the mixed drinks is what kills you.
I felt too crazy the next day. I felt too crazy the next day.
Yeah, the mixed drinks is what really kills you. Like,
yeah,
especially now that we're 30.
Oh, I was talking to her the other day. I said, bitch, 30 is whooping my ass. Like, I cannot. I feel like recovering from drinking, I'm telling you, since my birthday, which is April 20th, shout out to work season. April 20th, like, literally, like, from that day, like, drinking, especially by drinking, like, an excess amount, I'm feeling like shit. And, you know, like I said, I can kind of combat it if I'm, like, drinking, like, something
else.
yeah, if I'm drinking like I'm hydrated, I'm taking proper steps. But I have to take those proper steps. I can't just be like, you know, when we're young,
bringing it, yeah.
we could just go, not eat, go get the McDonald's. You know, McDonald's run. We were infamous for that. The McDonald's run after the McDonald's. I don't care what I say. McDonald's when you're after a jump night, it's always been 10 out of 10 for me. A 10-piece nugget with sweet and sour sauce and sweet tea. Every time, and it needs to be fresh. But that 10-piece sweet and sour with the sweet tea, every time. It's going to hit every time. It's going to hit every time. So
I agree. McDonald's is my shit when I was pregnant too.
Yeah, I was tearing up a sausage biscuit every morning. It was dry. I was getting number 7. I was eating that dry biscuit. You do some crazy shit while you're pregnant. Why would I eat a dry biscuit? That dry sausage biscuit. I'm not put a little grape jelly on it, but it's dry as fuck. McDonald's has some dry ass. Like that's how I get biscuits. Chick-fil-A got good biscuits. No, they definitely do. They got good biscuits. If McDonald's had like the Chick-fil-A biscuits, like McDonald's just they always hit or miss for me. That's why I was like, can we it's certain locations. That's really what it is. It's the location. You got to go to specific locations. Some locations are just trash. You can never go to, and then some of them they hit all the time. They just you know. But I am starting to add the ones that forget my sauce to the bad list. Oh my god! If you forget my sauce, you're going to hell. If you forget my sauce, and I told you what it was at the and then you try to get an attitude about it, like you try to get an attitude about it. Like, where is it? I'm like, they'll put like once. Okay, mind you, I have a 10-piece nugget. I'm like, all right, like, can I have like another sauce? I might get like one sauce. Can I have a couple more sauces? Like I have 10-piece, and because I like to dip my fries. McDonald's, I do sweet and sour from the fry to the nugget to the burger, like sweet and sour. I see you. I need sweet and sour sauce for every bite when I eat McDonald's. I don't know anybody else that has sweet and sour sauce, but that sweet and sour sauce from McDonald's has crack in it. I'm convinced. Because, like, but again, I gotta have at least two. Three's preferred. Because I like the dip. You know? Like, gotta get it. Yeah, I love dipping my chips. So, yep. I'll be beep. Can I get my barbecue sauce? Yeah, I don't play that shit. I would definitely hold that line up. I don't give a fuck. Me either. I will hold that line up. I do not give a fuck. Absolutely. Okay. I know that's right. So, okay. DeLarrah, I think this has been going really good. I'm happy that we did this and that we're doing this. You said that you had some things you wanted to get off your chest, things that you wanted to talk about your healing journey, and just where you are in life now, and you know how you got there. So let's talk about how you healed. Let's talk about the how first. Let's talk about that. Okay, let's talk about the how. Okay, so let me tell y'all how to boss up your life. Okay. Yes. And this is what I mean this wholeheartedly. And I'm not talking about if you do this every single day of your life and you're very intentional about it, I promise you, like, give yourself 3 months. Give yourself 3 months of being consistent and following these steps, and I promise you'll be in a different situation than you are now. Get your notebooks out. First thing, should be mad. Get your ass in the gym. Oh. Get your ass in that fucking gym. Cosign. Get your ass in the fucking gym. I'll cosign that for real. Let me tell you why I'm saying get your ass in the gym. One is like after you work out, you get a rush of endorphins or dopamine or whatever it is. You get that natural happy chemical. Yep, that natural dopamine. You never regret going. Yes. half the battle was showing up. Like a Gold's Gym says that half the battle was showing up, which I think is so true because how many of y'all was just like, y'all wake up like, I ain't going to no fucking gym. Fuck the gym. That's me. I'm always like, fuck this gym. I'm not going to the gym. Then I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to go to the gym. So I put my leggings on. You know what I'm saying? Like, then I put a little crazy on.
There's no way you're getting in the parking lot and not going.
That's what I'm saying. So that's like, put my leggings on, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right, let me, I always got some music on while I'm getting ready. So I'm putting music on. I'm like, all right, I'm getting myself happy for the gym. Dry scooping my pre-workout and just like trying to get this shit out the door. So once I like get out the door and get to the gym, and I tell myself, I'm like, even if I just do something, like before I went on vacation, I felt like I was PMSing, so I felt like shit. Then I was like, I'm just going to at least walk. Yeah. So then once I started walking, I said, you know what? I think I could do my leg day. Like I looked at see what I had to work out and do, and I just did it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't necessarily like attendance. I didn't have intentions to do a workout. Like I just came to walk. But again, it's kind of like a thing of like, it's really sometimes just a mental thing. Like showing up, I guess I kind of started a treadmill. Like I was like, okay, at least I'm intentional about being here and sticking to the routine. But I ended up doing the workout. So get your ass in the gym. Yes. It's like changing again. Like you're gonna look up, you're like, damn, like I look good. You like. What's the best way to like level up on a nigga?
Ooh. To literally level up yourself.
Like, why are you letting yourself go to shit?
That's the ultimate. I don't need your ass.
Yeah, like why are you letting yourself go to shit? Yeah, over this nigga.
That was a sneak peek, I guess.
You know what I'm saying?
Sneak peek into.
Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so get your ass in the gym. Second thing I like is getting
to.
Yeah, second thing I like is, getting your spiritual right, whether that's with God or, maybe you're exploring like, your spiritual, your faith, like you're kind of exploring your things like your morals, your values, what you stand on, your principle. I think knowing who you are and making it plain, like things that you're not going to tolerate, things that you're just not bending on, right? Like, and I feel like that's why we get like a lot of people get into these fucked up relationships. They don't know who they are. Yeah. Like, y'all don't know who y'all are. So like, y'all letting the man tell y'all who y'all are, right? Oh well, he likes football. I like football. Yeah. Like he want to hear. I want to hear. Like, bitch, no man. They want like a woman. They want a woman again who could be submissive and who can listen, but they also want a lady with a backbone. Like nobody wants anybody that's kind of like going with the flow.
We'll pin that submissive word because I don't like that word. I don't like that.
I've learned to.
Okay, not that I don't like the word. I just feel like a lot it's misused.
I just like
That's my thing. I do feel like it's misused a lot because it's also like not a one-way thing. So we'll put that.
Yeah. We'll put a pin in that. So definitely like what was I talking about? Oh yeah, get your spiritual right. Get your spiritual right. And I think that kind of just will help you align yourself with like who you are and what you're meant to do on this earth. I feel like we all have a purpose on this earth, and you figuring out what that is going to come from being grounded of some higher power than yourself. Yes. And I'm not here to determine what that is or what you practice or what you preach. Yep. But me and the man upstairs, we like and again that's something that I think I've kind of struggled with as well. Is like I've been struggling like with trying to find like a new church home. Like I was going to Union for a while. But again, I feel like it just doesn't really align with like who I am as a person now and kind of where I'm trying to go spiritual wise. So I haven't been to church in a while, and that's something I can talk about because I feel like that's something that a lot of us millennials kind of deal with, like those like being raised in the church, going to church, and maybe not being in the church now, not going to church as frequently as often. So I know it's something that I'm trying to like. I keep saying like I need to do, but I really do need to be intentional about trying to find a church home.
No, so. Like I definitely agree. Like I'm still in the faith I grew up in, but like I feel like attending has been different for me. So especially with technology like Zoom, right? Yeah. And I'm just like, I just hop on Zoom. Yeah. But then it's like, how often do I really even do that? You know what I mean?
It's just like the getting up and going. It's just like COVID has changed some things. I think COVID did definitely change church culture. And I don't think for the good, honestly. Like I think like having to get up and having to go and having to be present. And like I feel like, I do like that virtual is an option now for like if you're sick and shut in.
Yes.
But I feel like
that is the only.
I feel like it's misused. Yeah. I feel like you need to be. I feel like again you're not going to get that church experience and being in that community and really seeing how God can move with his numbers.
Absolutely.
Because you need numbers. You need it.
Hey, it says do not forsake the assembling of yourselves.
Yeah.
Assembling is not on Zoom. It's this.
Yeah.
You know?
You can be gathered in 2 or 3.
Yes.
Gathered in 2 or 3. You know, like it don't take much. So for me, I do miss being part of a church home. So that's something I think I personally really when I reflect on, it's something that I definitely want to do. But so that third, I would say definitely like skincare routine. I think that's a game changer. And I think also too like sticking to it. Because there are days where I'm like, I just want to go lay down, like tired. Yeah. Like, I don't want that, and I want day. Like I just want to lay down, like get in the shower, lay down, whatever. Or even in the morning. But like I think sticking to my routine, my skincare routine, one has done wonders for me.
How many steps is it?
Yeah, 100 steps.
Yeah. How many steps is it? We see the merchandise. Come on now.
I got a little lash. Look, cause I'm not one of them bitches. I got a little lash. I got a little brow. Everything else, I don't have no concealer on. I don't have no foundation. This is just my skin. So I don't. Outside of that, I don't have nothing extra.
Talk to him.
I wanted to bring myself as authentically as possible. So
as real.
Yes. But I'm gonna put a little brow. I'm gonna have a little lash. That's always gonna be me. I'm having a little brow. I'm having a little lash. So, whatever. Now I just hit this forehead. So yeah, so getting a skincare routine. So in the morning, I definitely like a cleanser. And again, I'm the type of girl I like simple stuff. I can't overcomplicate things because then I don't stick to it. That's just the kind of person I am, right? So for me, it's just a cleanser. What the when I first started my skincare routine, I love Fenty Skin. I loved her like starter kit, which is just like a wash, a toner, and SPF like moisturizing daily. Like even if you started with that, like a 3-step wash, tone, SPF moisturizer for the morning, you're going like you're at least starting to kind of like protect your skin.
Yeah.
And black people, even though you're black, you need to wear SPF every day.
Yes, I tell people this all the time.
SPF, it like if you don't want to like people like when I was in New Orleans, I used to like I'm like, how old do you think I am? They're like 28. That's like I got that twice. I'm like, how old do you think I'm? 28. I think I'm 30. So it's like I'm glad I look like I'm
reversing. Yes.
So maybe it's too. I think my hair, like maybe in short, I think it makes me look a little younger too. But I think, having that skincare routine, that cleanser, that toner, that SPF moisturizer at night, I'll cleanse, I'll tone, and then I'll do like a night moisturizer. We just have SPF in it, but it's more moisturizing because at night
you replenish.
like you're
replenish, you go, you repair.
Yeah, so you're not waking up feeling all like dry and shit. So that and like also too like I remember I was telling y'all about the teas or whatever, like legit. My second cycle, so my first cycle I told y'all was 31 days. This one was 29 days. So even
cycle of the teas again.
Cycle Tea Company. This is not sponsored. I wish it was. But Cycle Tea Company, like I said, the teas are changing my life. But you have to be consistent again. That's something that you gotta do every day. So if you want to kind of incorporate the tea with like skincare routine, like I think that kind of like, like just what you're putting in your body, like I think it's just very important as well as like your skincare, and drink your water and mind your business.
That's something we just talked about in my program. It's called a Keystone Habit.
Yeah.
So Keystone Habits is something that, help you just, be the person you want to be. And you just add that on your routine. So you saying something like, I'm gonna add the tea on my skincare. And you say
it's like a little ritual. Like
exactly.
Having a daily ritual is so important. I think that might be my third thing.
Exactly.
Having a daily ritual, like something that you look forward to within the day or in the morning, like finding those glimpses and those little moments in the day to like really take care of yourself and like really have a ritual. Like I guess I do my skincare. My tea has become my daily ritual. It's something where you can just like sit and like be with yourself. Yeah. I think being with self is so important. Like you have to have moments where you're just like not talking to nobody, you're not on your phone, you're not watching TV. I'm gonna have a little soft music playing in the background or whatever. I like music. I feel like music definitely does speak to me in a different way. Yeah. But something where you can just kind of sit and be with yourself and just be quiet and just like process. Yeah. And I think a lot of people are not quiet, don't know how to be quiet and just shut up. Like some people just learn how to shut up and just like sit and think. Be with themselves. Think. Yes. And you wouldn't believe how many people are uncomfortable with themselves. Or even in silence, like you even silence. Feel the silence. Oh my gosh! Because like literally, like sometimes just sit here. Yeah, when I'm in the car, sometimes I won't play music when I go home because I'm so overstimulated, and people will be like, "Why you not listening to music?" Because I just want quiet. I just want to like listen to the group. Yes, hear the yeah, like the wheels touching the ground. That's what I want to hear. So I would say that. So getting in the leg, getting a skincare routine, having a daily ritual, drinking water, and minding your business. You there for 90 days. Be spiritual. Yeah, you're spiritual. Yes. You there for 90 days, I guarantee you'll level up in some form or fashion.
I second that.
So again, that's sauce. If you like what you've been seeing, how I've been moving, that's the secret sauce. I don't get keep. I'm a girl's girl.
That's right.
So yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that is very much a success recipe.
Yeah, I'm
As
telling
we can
you.
see,
Thank you, y'all.
as we can see, y'all see again. Y'all see merchandise.
Shout out to Deborah. I told her that the other day. I sent her the pictures I posted on the gram. I was like, thank you for blessing me with these looks. Like the gram's eating it up.
Mm-hmm.
She called me. She said, "What's the gram?" I said,
Just say thank you.
Yeah. I said, "The gram eating it up. Thank you for the look." She was like, "What is the gram?" That is so. That's,
Okay. So, all right. That's good. I think healing is something that we all go through in different aspects. Um, did you want to talk about more about how, like, what you had to heal from?
yes. Let's talk about. Okay, so when I was talking to them, like, I was telling like, girl, like we on the podcast, like I got some shit to talk about, because I feel like these past couple years has been a lot of like speculation and things, and like, is she still married? Is she not married? I'm not married. I'm divorced, right? So my divorce was finalized last year in September. Yeah, for you. And I feel like when I talk about I'm divorced, they're like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, thank you. I'm happy. I'm happy. Like I'm happy. Like it's not to be feel sorry for me. I don't want anybody's sympathy. Like I don't say I'm divorced to like, oh, like no. Like I'm happy. Like and I can really say like I'm living in my true self for the first time like in life. Like I feel like I'm finally at a place where I know who I am. I know who I am. Like and I just don't have to like, do too much. Like I just can just be myself. So and I think I've always kind of had like, I feel like, like in high school, I feel like I've always been able to connect with a lot of people. I feel like I've always kind of had that good energy and like really, I feel like I'm a people person. Um, and so, yeah, like I think one thing that I've really had to kind of learn, like navigating like divorce is like, like it can really like bring out a whole like another side. Like I think people think like divorce is such like a instant thing.
Yeah.
But it's like when you have a kid, you have assets, you have different things. You really have to be considering all aspects. One for the child, and two just for like the other person that you kind of like built this life with, right? So like it takes time. Like it took like about 2 years to like fully like kind of unravel. But you gotta think about how much we intertwine our lives together, right? So people think that once you're like once you get divorced, like all right, we're just getting divorced. Like you have to like slowly, like it's like taking your box of braids out. Like yeah, slowly take your box braids out one braid at a time. Like because you had this life and you built so many things and everything's kind of like even like down to last names, right? Like all that. So like it's just such a process. And like another thing too, which I hate is like my two people I'm divorced. So like, oh, like are you? I'm like, yes, I'm healed. Like I don't like it's taken like 2 years of like going through the process. And like by that time, like if you're not over the person, like I don't why you getting divorced. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's such a long process. It's like, and I feel like before you actually start the process of divorce, you check out way before then. Like you kind of check out of that relationship way before then.
Was it closure when it was finalized though? Like, or did it finally kind of feel like oh, okay, now it's like finally done?
Yeah, I mean, I just felt like it was that last thing I needed to get done.
Okay.
So for me, it was always in the back of my mind, and like I felt like but my thing is, I felt like it was kind of holding me back in a sense because I felt like I couldn't really fully show up in other relationships if I wanted to date again. I felt like it might be confusing to our child and other people, like as far as like immediate family. I don't really give a fuck what people think, but like you know what I'm saying. Like I feel like I had to kind of like solidify that part first in order to really live in my true self. So once I was able to kind of close that chapter of my life, and I was telling Tracy like I'm very grateful for that chapter of my life. I don't want people to think like I hate my ex or we're beefing. Like we co-parent very well. He's a great father. Like and I think that's what it's about, right? Like really like kind of seeing the beauty after the storm, right? In a sense, like and it took some time to get there, right? I won't say everything was perfect overnight, but I would say like I am very appreciative of him as a person and like him being like he has him right now, right? Like him stepping up in those moments, and of course, like I said, I'm gonna give everybody the flowers, and but yeah, like it took a lot of time, and like it took a lot of like long nights, and like I told Tracy the other day, I was like, girl, like, you saved my life. Like, I had, like, so many nights I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do this. Like, this is so hard. This is so hard. This is so hard. Like, this is so hard. I just don't even know how to say it. Like, it was so hard some nights to be like, I'm going from having someone to like, like we're having dinner together at night. Like we have these routines and rituals, right? We have these rituals that we're doing on a day-to-day basis. And now I'm having to undo that. And I'm like, what is this single life look like for me now in my child? Like, so in the process of that, I had to learn how to like date again. Oh, my light just went out. It's okay, Paul. I had to learn how to like date again. I had to learn how to just like do like different things. So maybe just turn like the kitchen light. We're trying to get a little bit more brightness.
Does this one help at all?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you want that or do you want like the full light?
Yeah, if you do that. Yeah, that's better.
The full light?
Yeah. Thank Are we back? Hey, shout out technical difficulties. It'll be good. But yeah, so I just kind of had to like relearn how to be an adult and what is because again I feel like
what does life look like for DeLarrah at this moment?
Yes, but all those two that Tracy got a little cracker, little. Tracy is really like shout out to Tracy. She made this charcuterie board. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. Look, can y'all see it? Look at this. Oh, look at that. Can y'all see that? Tracy made that for me. Nancy England. She's blessed. But yeah, so I feel like I had to kind of learn like what DeLarrah's life is gonna look like. And I feel like that kind of speaks to like don't get lost in your relationships. Like I feel like you have to be like your own individual self within your relationship. Like I think that's so crucial. Like have a fucking life outside of your relationship because at any moment it could come crashing down. And and I'm not saying that to like wish bad juju's or vibes on anybody. No, but it's real life. It's real life. Like if something were to happen, even if a partner was to pass away, right? Like it's one of those things where like you have to be able to have your like be able to bounce back or have your own. And I don't think I really had that safety net of like having that reassurance in myself and having that confidence in myself that I'm able to do this by myself, right? Like it took those 2 years to kind of have to figure it out, and I was kind of forced to figure it out. But it's been such a beautiful journey. I feel like the person I am now is just like light years from what I was. Yeah, so I'm just very like happy and proud of the woman that I'm like becoming and that I have become. And like, I feel like even when this first was kind of popping up, I wish I could tell myself then like it's gonna be okay. Like it's gonna be okay. Like you have your village. Like it's another thing too, is like having a village and like not being afraid to ask for help. Like I know some people are like, oh, I got this. Like I feel like us as women, especially black women, we're like, I can do this all by myself. Like, yeah. But you don't get no fucking trophy for that shit. Like I say all the time, like I want my man to do it for me. I want to be like my man, my man, my man. Like that's why I hate this shit. I say all the time, I hate being a single mom. This shit's for the birds. I am looking for a stepdaddy and a daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like I just like I can't. Like I hate this shit. I'm doing it because I have no choice, and I'm really like embracing it and making it the best experience as possible for me in August. But I hate this shit. Like I said, I wanna run foot together. I wanna play footsies at night. I wanna do all that like cute shit. But
even if I am sweating, at least I'm sweating.
Right. But like I said, I'm just such in like an era like I'm okay with like being alone.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And I'm not letting nobody.
That's something my mom always said too. It's like you have to be okay with being by yourself. Mm-hmm. And like you were saying, that comes with knowing who you are. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people do not know who they are, and that's sad. It's really sad. A lot of people go through identity crises within relationships. Mm-hmm. And try to cling to the relationship when that's not something that should happen. And that's something too. It's like, but I also think that's hard for people to recognize. Yeah. So, I'm glad. Thank you for your openness. And
yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much to say after this one. Yeah. That's it, I think. Cut. Yeah. That's the reason. Questions y'all got?
Yeah, like you say you're hoping for the future. You're looking for a stepdaddy and a zaddy. Period. So I'll
take applications.
I am looking at. I am hit her DMs at DeLarrah.
I am looking at a special someone right now. Ooh, that's all I'll say. Ooh, you are. Ooh,
he's on the line.
No, whatever.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Yeah. So I guess we can just chit chat about anything. If you have anything to say, we're gonna wait for your questions in the chat. Drop your questions now while we chit chat. If you have any questions for DeLarrah, for me, for about anything. No, literally. What?
He said she's not thinking no apps. Look. I
I know that's right.
know
I know that's right.
I'm crying.
I know
I'm
that's
crying.
Well, her DMs are closed apparently. Apologies, but
I'm still a single woman.
ooh,
Let me get no. I'm still a very much single woman. So
still drop your questions too. You know, we might have more to say, but I do want to circle back to the question I asked you about your mom being your inspiration.
Oh yeah, girl, yeah.
Being an educator.
I do laugh at them. Yes.
So yeah, like we know your mom just retired, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, had a wonderful party, big party, party weekend.
Bitch, guys.
I know that's
number two. I know that's right. Henderson, Brittany Pooh. Bitch, you coming to Spell House? Ooh. Hello, no, Brittany, you coming to Spell House? Yes or no? I know you watching. You coming to Spell House? Yes or no? October. What you doing?
That going to homecoming.
We in Atlanta. What's up?
I know that's right. That's always lit. That's homecoming always lit.
Girl, yes, girl. Cause my stepbrother is dean of students at Morehouse.
My brother graduated from Morehouse undergrad class of 2010.
For real.
He said he's the only one that be showing up to the alumni weekend for his class, and it's kind of like sad.
Yeah. But to answer your question, I would say yes, and maybe like indirectly, right? Like I won't say that. Thank you. I won't say that she pushed me towards education. My mom said teachers don't make no money. Don't be a teacher. Like what? That's a terrible idea. But I think it came natural because she always had me for wing. Like we were really hip and hip. Like I mentioned that in my speech that we were hip and hip. So I think she had a lot of influence, and I think again it just kind of is something that's in me that I tell people all the time. Like in education, we're called to this work. Like we're called to this work. We do this work. Yeah, go ahead and start stretching because we're going to be outside, bitch. You saw how I cut up bed and all the bitch. We're going to cut up bed and land there. ATL, be ready. I'm be even, my ass gonna be even fed by October. Yeah, period. See, if you get in the lab now, if you get in the lab now, by fall, season, you're going to be good.
Get it right. Get it right. Get it tight. Get it right. Get it right. Get it tight.
Exactly. Literally. Start now. By homecoming season, you'll be popping.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I just sharing what I know. Okay, but yeah, so I would say she had like a lot of influence for real.
Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, somebody asked me a question. Remember I told you?
Oh, yes. Okay, what ask?
Okay.
Get that one next.
Okay, y'all trying to keep me out. We're talking about chit chat? Chat. Okay. So I'll answer this one first. This one says, is there any regrets in your life that you have or may have had? I would say yes. I would say one of the regrets I have in life is like I feel like I try to like impress my parents a lot with like going to college and trying to become a nurse. I'm a nursing school dropout. I can say that now because I don't give a fuck. As you can see,
I forgot about that.
I'm a nursing school dropout. Hey.
Yeah, I thought.
It's okay. Look.
I do remember you said.
Look, I'm doing good for myself. It's all good. Look, God had other plans. It's all good. That's what I'm saying. God did it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a nursing school dropout, and I can say that's my truth. You know, that's my testimony. That's my truth. But I feel like a lot of that was because my parents wanted me to have a good job, and they were so against like
take care of yourself.
Yeah, they just really want me to. They just like, oh, be a nurse, you'll always be sad. Like that's how I think they're. So I don't think their intentions were bad per se.
They just try to guide you in a.
Yeah, and I feel like I wish I had more of like just a backbone at 18, 19. But I feel like our parents just weren't gentle parents. It was kind of like their way or the highway.
Oh, absolutely.
And if my money's on it, you're doing what
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and again, I think that's kind of like how I bring what I want to bring into my parenting is like a gentle-ish parenting. Like, I'm only going to say it about 2 more times. You know what I'm saying? Before then I turn out.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think that, yeah, so I think that's maybe one of my regrets is just like not living life sooner. Like, not doing what I wanted to do sooner. I probably would have traveled more in my 20s. Yeah. Like, while I didn't have a kid, like, I probably would have just did more stuff. Like, I feel like I was just so confined to just this and it's like so in a rush to be in a relationship. So in a rush to grow up. No, definitely. I feel like similar for me, but I would always say like in college I would have did some study abroad programs. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I would change. I would have done that and I feel like I would have been traveling a lot more in that aspect and just experiencing
more of the world, right? Yeah. Could have been across the pond and
like getting out more because Glenburnie, people don't really get out of Glenburnie.
Yeah.
Like it is, you don't really got to Glenburnie much.
A lot of people stay in Glenburnie, and that there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people stay in their hometown.
I mean, I'm not that far. I live in,
yeah, I'm 30 minutes down the road. That's
yeah.
So yeah, I just yeah, for me it's studying abroad.
Yeah, and I think the question was, what is? And I think it's similar. Like, what was my biggest regret, and then what was my biggest blessing? So I think the question was two-part. So that was probably one of my biggest regrets. One of my biggest blessing, of course, is my child. Like I always said, like someone I pray for, he is a walking testimony. He is a reminder that God is who He says He is, and I kind of look at him in that way. I'm like, this is my baby. Period. Yeah. Like, and he don't play by his mama. He a mama.
And he better not.
He gonna be a mama's boy. So sorry for whatever little girl you with, but I'm gonna fuck. I'm gonna step behind that one every time.
No, that's right. As you should.
I'm gonna step behind that one every time. So yeah, so that was it. Yeah, that was a question I got. A lot of you thirsty ass niggas was also trying to fuck on me, and I don't like that. I got a lot of questions like, oh, when you gonna let me smash? You gonna let me? I'm like, you're disgusting, you're nasty, you're over sexualized, you need prayer. Black. And that's why I'm telling you, Zan, like, the way I've been, like, just, like, removing people out of my life, like, if something doesn't align, and honestly, I feel like I just been getting closer and closer to where I'm supposed to be and who I'm supposed to be. You know something funny? I got a tarot reading in New Orleans.
How was that?
So I never had it done.
I'm interested. I do that before.
So while I got my character done, like while I got the face done, it was a free reading. Okay. So I was like, well, fuck it. I never had no reading. And mind you, I know like tarot readings is probably like a little controversial because, they can say it's like more like leaning toward like the devil and stuff like that and whatever. But I'm like, I just never had one. And I'm like, let me see this little people say. But when I tell you, it was very like reaffirming. Like, so pretty much like she shuffled the cards, then I shuffled the cards a little bit, and then she picked out 5, and she's kind of rated each card and like what it meant in aspect. So I kind of asked her like, when is my man coming this season? I asked her earlier. And she was like, your man is, what she said was, like, based on the card, she said, your man is working on himself right now. Ooh. Like, he's working to be his best self. So that way, like, he wants all that. He wants the house, the marriage, the successful, family. Like, he wants all that. But he's trying to get himself right so that way he can fully take care of you how you deserve. Yeah. And I'm in a space where I'm so patient. And I'm so, like, okay with like waiting until I find Mr. Right. Like I feel like I was in a rush, like, okay, like I can kind of compromise on a couple of things, but like believe people who they are. Believe people when they show you who they are the first time. And that's another thing that's probably one of my biggest lessons in life is like not let people slide too many times because then they like start to kind of take advantage of you and like again you kind of just lose sight of like what it is you want. You kind of just become this person. You become this relationship. You get so consumed with things.
It's okay.
Yeah. Like you said, like people pleasing in a sense. So for me, like like she was just like he's working on himself and then she said like you've been carrying a lot and you are now like kind of like realizing what deserves your energy and time. I'm like, damn, this was kind of spot on for real for not really knowing who I am. And I'm not saying like sis was like ooh like she was big, but I was like okay, like it felt like reaffirming a little bit, not like reassuring us. Like okay,
oh no, I definitely believe there are people with those kinds of gifts.
Yeah, I do think so too. Like tapped in.
Yeah,
different.
There's
because if you have people like speak tongues and stuff, or like that, or even pastors, I feel like they have to have a certain level of like kind of channel to, God, or have some kind of like third eye, or like some kind of awareness to kind of.
I know what you mean.
It's just
different. It's just a connection.
Yeah, because I feel like my mom, she's a dreamer. Like she is a dreamer. She told Tracy that she was gonna get married in 2025 and 2020. She told Tracy she get married in 2025. Like once I she's a visionary, she's she prophesies like she just said 2025. And she said it's so casual.
But that's facts. Yeah, that's facts. There are people who have gifts. The Bible talks about spiritual gifts and people have them. I swear.
So yeah, my mom
be tapped in.
My mom, she dreams. She's a prophetic kind of person. I think she has that gift. I think her and God are real like that. So and I just want to say, and then I want to end it here. Thank you for my mama's prayers.
Oh yes. I can second that one. Yep, absolutely.
Thank you for my mama's prayers, and I tell you all the time, pray for your kids. Pray for people around you. Just pray.
It's not just mama, it's grandma too.
Yeah, grandma's prayers, praying over my mom. Oh yes, grandma's prayer warrior.
A praying woman.
Like I said, I'm just so grateful for like that's why I just love like history and stuff and like culture. That's why I love New Orleans. It's probably got like a lot of like generational things that just been like passed down and it just kind of like breathe through the city. Like just things that it just feels like history lives there. So
no, I understand the roots run deep. So yeah,
and also too, y'all. I told myself I'm gonna start playing Sierra's Prayer every day. So
I thought it was Russell's prayer for Sierra.
well, on Summer Walker's album, it's just Sierra's Prayer, but it's her actual prayer.
Yeah.
That she plays.
Yeah.
So listen to it, and I'm not gonna play it right. I'm gonna play it right now. Let's see. Am I still on Tracy?
Yeah, you are right now, yeah.
All right, let's see. I'm playing for y'all real quick. Go DJ. That's what DJ.
Yeah, I don't know if we should play it.
Okay. All right.
But I will go listen to it.
Maybe you can like in there or something. But yes, go listen to Sierra's Prayers on Summer Walkers. Still over it. Sis, we want finally over it to carry out, please. We want finally over it. We want her album. I hope she drops the album before the concert. Like I hope, like, cause she's strong Chris Brown.
So she can have.
I hope she at least drops at least a new song. Like drop Spend It, which I like it, but I want more. I want the album. I want finally over it. Cause I'm finally over it. Hey! Hey, I'm thinking Dan. Finally over it. It's a wrap.
Yes. Okay. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yes.
DeLarrah, thank you for being my first guest and my first live episode. Thank you for wanting to do this. And I hope that we got to the bottom of some rumors.
Yeah, let us know if you like us, if you want to see more. Yeah. You can maybe come live again. Maybe you can bring some more people in there and have blast.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe I'll have Tracy on there. Never know.
That's true.
Maybe talk about some other shit. Tracy got some good insight too. Y'all want Tracy on here? Let us know. Y'all want Tracy on here? Okay. Yes. All right, Tracy, can you end our live for us, please?
I think we're good. This is Everything Goes in Real Life. Thank y'all for joining, and I will be either posting the audio this Saturday or figuring out whatever, because I'm gonna have to take it from the video.
So. Oh yeah, because it's 2 hour, but it's probably like a 2 hour.
Yeah. So we'll figure that out, and because I'm winging it.
Yeah.
Personal development. All right. Thank you so much.
Peace out.
See ya.